Hello everyone, welcome to the video on the basic structure for any financial analysis. This is pretty much going to be my the last video on the basic series, wherein we're trying to lay the foundation down for people who have not studied accounting before. So although this video doesn't talk about accounting as much, so maybe it could have been classified out of this basic series, but all said and done, since it is also part of the same study session, the study session 7, so therefore I thought of kind of putting it right with the other videos. So here what I'm trying to basically explain is, ultimately after doing CFA, or let's say while doing CFA, while you are a candidate at a particular level, you would become what? You will become an analyst. Okay, you're not going to become an accountant, by the way. So as an analyst, you either will be an equity analyst, or you will be a credit analyst, or you will be a, let's say, fixed income analyst, or you will be a, let's say, sort of buy side analyst. In a way, I'm just politely making, let's say, portfolio manager. All I'm trying to say is that you will be doing some kind of an analysis. So as an analyst, what is the structure of the analysis that you will have? The first and the foremost thing that you're going to do is to raise the question, why am I doing this analysis? Let's say I give you a financial statement, a balance sheet, a cash flow, and a P&L. Obviously you are going to ask me the question, so why do I need to look at it? I mean, what do I need to do? So that's the objective and context that you got to clear at the first stage itself. Let's take an example that you are a credit analyst and you want to assess the credit worthiness of the the person who has applied for loan. Second point that as an analyst I'm going to do, I'm going to start gathering the data, and that's where your source of data, the one we have done, annual report, stock exchange website, SEC filings, all that comes into picture. Now once you've gathered the data, you're going to start processing the data. How do you process the data? Just write a couple of things here: ratios, common sizing, regression, charts, stroke graphs, comma, don't forget to write etc. Why I'm saying that? Because this is obviously, the list is never ending. I mean, you can do analysis in different thousand ways. Overall the structure remains same, but the processing of the data happens, can happen in, I mean, it's a creative field. You can have it in as many types and different forms as possible. So point is that this data after processing is going to become information. Data is raw, information is processed. Data doesn't lead you to anywhere, information leads you, it points you to a particular direction. Once there, you are going to analyze and interpret the data. You will try and establish relationships between two variables, etc. And after that, once you have formed your opinion, let's say, no, this particular company is not a good company to give loan, you are going to report it in a formal way. Okay, once reported, you will let's say get over with your job. And if it's a periodic exercise, let's say if an equity analyst will have to write a equity report, and after 3 months he will have to rewrite that report, because obviously situation would have changed by then. So he is going to update the analysis. If this would have been a one-time work, let's say a credit analysis, then obviously step 6 will not be required. So it will be really a contextual step. But overall, why do I need to look at it? What do I need to look at it? Let's start the processing, finally coming to the conclusion and reporting part. So between 4 and 5, 4 is a mental exercise and 5th is a writing exercise. Okay, that's broadly the difference between it. This is pretty much an important exercise from an exam standpoint also. What are the questions that are expected? After gathering the data, what is the next step? So you should exactly know processing the data is the next step. Or they're going to say, which of the following is not one of the steps of the structure of the analysis? So they're going to give you, let's say, recording for future reference, option 1, gathering the data and processing the data. So you know that B and C are part of it, so A becomes really the answer, that A is not part of the analysis. So that's how the answer need to be given as per the question. So thanks very much for this basic series. I hope that you have enjoyed and liked and found it useful. So I look forward to speak to you in my forthcoming sessions, where we'll be talking about different readings like income statement, balance sheet, cash flows. Till then, thank you.